What's up, guys? Podcast number 15.
1-5.
1-5. And guess what? This is the best one yet.
I know.
You know why?
Why?
This is the one we're doing right now. And it's the only podcast.
Because we are alive and well and healthy and happy and just things keep.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this honestly, guys, this is a special podcast for Eric and I, because this podcast is about results, and specifically results by Eric, and big results, and everything that we build our philosophy in Zero Doubt Club is based off of results. And this testimonial, which it's going to be probably the fourth one we've done, is the most powerful one so far because, again, of the results.
Right.
When I saw Eric 8 months ago, I came to his house.
Exactly.
Eight months ago. He did not look good. And I've known the guy for a long time. We were at the pool 3 months before I saw him last, and he didn't look that great either. But this time when I saw him, he really did not look good. And I was coaching people already, and I offered my services to him 3 months ago, kind of planted the seed. He said maybe. But this time, I don't want to say I put my foot down, but I gave him the love that he needed to hear to make that final decision and just say, you know what, this is it, I'm going to do it.
The love I heard from you is you look like death. And I was thinking about it, man, and it just snowballed how much I was thinking about it at that time, right? So I think I was overdue to making the decision that I need to, change and change my trajectory, which was definitely headed to a heart attack or whatever else. But man, yeah, it was right in the middle of COVID. I would say it's still at the height of COVID, right? This is November, so we were at the pool that summer, August, September. This is now another couple months, and November 16th, you come to my house, and you look like that. You need to come to the gym with me tomorrow. And so yeah, November 17th. It's a big date that I will remember for a long time. It means a lot to me because I did draw the line in the sand. And we'll talk about that today. But man, if you would have told me that my life today would be what it is 8 months ago, I just wouldn't believed you. Maybe I would have just said, no, it sounds like too much work and too much whatever else. And I don't know how we got here. And I get it that it's one workout at a time, one meal at a time, one day at a time, one journaling at a time, etc. I get all that. But it's still just so amazing. And when you look back at like my weight and my happiness and my...
Okay, so let's actually break this down so we can see how we got here.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
So my question to you is, let's go back to your history and tell me what didn't work, because this is important.
What didn't work?
What didn't work?
What didn't work? I didn't work. Number one, I worked on stuff I knew I shouldn't have been working on. Right when I was eating unhealthy, when I would eat a pizza for lunch or dinner, when I would drink 5 beers, when I would eat a basket of bread and ask for another one. Like I knew that was bad. Not going to the gym. I like working out. I like the feeling of working out. I like sports. I've liked sports since I was a kid. How did I veer off so much to where, I'm 70, 80 pounds above my healthy BMI, right? Which is 35% body fat. veered off that way, drank, was depressed a little bit because of, and I again, I'm an optimistic guy, and I know that I have, business and work value, but I just felt, in the middle of COVID, like, what's my next step and what is it? Because I put a lot of pressure on myself too to go do big things, and man, so there isn't a gym on the east side of Cleveland that I didn't join. There's not. I've had personal trainers. I've had. And again, all that stuff works when you work, right? When you have a plan and so on. But it didn't work for me because I don't know. I would put a week together at the gym and then not eat right or drink too much over the weekend or travel and totally break it and not get back on, right? So that's what didn't work for a long, long time. And again, looking back, I can give you 100 more reasons that I was I shouldn't say was, still am, and working on it, but a person of extremes, right? The lows were low, businesses that didn't work out, drinking, eating, being overweight, feeling not as amazing as I should be as a human being. Going to doctor's offices, I tell this now, but one checkup after another for like 3-4 years, they wanted to put me on medication for blood pressure and cholesterol. And I'm just like, just give me one more chance. Just give me one more chance. I asked the doctor 3 times. So he's going to have a big surprise right now when I walk in. But he was ready to go. Prescribe. And man, who knows? Maybe I would have improved a little bit, but still super unhealthy and with medication and not the way you want to do it. And who knows if all this would have happened. But so again, it's hard to say what didn't work because those things work. If I was more mindful, if I was doing the things that I was doing today, it would work. And they're working now. It's I didn't work is the point. I created one excuse and one negative self-talk after another, and versus positive talk, and you want to live, right? Not afraid of dying, right? That's the way I lived for a long time was, am I going to die at 45 of a heart attack, at 50, at 60? I didn't know whether or not I'm going to live a long time or not. Now I have a lot less doubt in the confidence that I've built and the healthy lifestyle that I've now chosen to make my lifestyle. So that is what I think I'm doing more right.
Okay.
Versus wrong before.
Okay, so many, many, many years of doing, trying, and failing.
Correct.
This time, it's been 8 months. People are saying that they've never seen you look this good, right? They don't even recognize you. You look different. You got this beam from your eyes. Your skin is clear. Like you're running marathons now.
Not marathons. Yeah,
well, not yet. Yes. Our last podcast was about climbing Mount Kilimanjaro in a couple years, so that's big compared to 8 months ago.
Sure.
So what's the difference? What happened?
The difference is that you and I worked really early in this 8 months of establishing new routines, right? New habits that I didn't do before. I made work to-do lists. That's all I ever did. I didn't journal. I didn't sit there and just relax for 15-20 minutes and work on my life. I worked in my life all the time. And that's stepping back and actually journaling how I feel, how I slept, how much I weigh, what I did well for the day, what I didn't do well for the day, what I needed, that's
Okay, so talk about that. What did that do for you? Like, that's fine, me telling someone to do that. But what did it actually do? Like after a week or two?
So that's the other thing that we talk to our now clients about, is that momentum that created, that became a drug for me. So journaling, I don't know what it did for me right away, other than presented positive results, right? Meditation, I felt at the time it wasn't working, right? But what was happening is a lot of seeds were being planted on the momentum gained towards the big results. So again, that's what's happened in 8 months, is a lot of little results every day. Of course, there were
Which
days,
are tough to see if you don't journal.
which are impossible to see if you don't journal.
Impossible to see.
Impossible.
Okay.
So data is everything these days, right? I mean, I have an app that literally is Bluetooth to my scale. I can go back and just seeing that little hill that goes down a little, up, then down further, then up, then down. And it tells me what my average weight was in January, which was like 225. In February, it was 221. In March, it was 216. But daily, I'm up 3 pounds. I'm down 2 pounds. I'm up 1 pound, and I'm down 4 pounds. Then you again, seeing it, or sporadic journaling, you don't see that whole picture. And if you flip through my pages of journal, you'll see the exact same data, except for you'll see that I feel better. I sleep better. Yeah, go ahead.
So what would you tell someone who says, okay, I'm just journaling the same thing every day?
It feels that way. Absolutely. It feels that way. Because you go through spurts, right? So for a week, I could feel the same every day. I could be in the gym, 3-4 days a week, or 2 days a week, or 5 days. Weeks are different. Feelings are different. Life events happen, right? Good news at work, bad news at work, good news with family, bad news with family. Life happens, so you feel differently, you look differently, etc. So for a week, for journaling to all feel the same is super
It's
common.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, but again, have the faith. I hated meditation. We've talked about this. We've talked about it on the meditation podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting me down, and anybody who knows me knows.
So what was hard about that?
Sitting still for 15, 20 minutes. I just remember watching the clock the first 20 times. Just going, is it over yet? Oh, 12 minutes left. Is it over yet? 5 minutes left. And it's good. It was guided meditation, and it helped with my gratefulness, calming voices, etc. The ancillary benefits were it calmed me down. It did all the other things that meditation does. It gets you away from wanting the extremes of highs and lows. It's that serenity that I now crave. I don't want to. I just spoke to a friend about this the other day. I don't want to come out of bed and have an amazing day or a shitty day. Like, there is no such thing.
Because that led to...
Who knows? Yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
Nothing good.
Nothing good.
Nothing ever good.
Yeah.
True. But to have a good day where I journaled, I meditated, I worked out, good things happened at work, I was there with my family, we went to an outside concert, I read something interesting, I walked somewhere and 5 people said they haven't seen me in a month, and I've inspired. Like, man, that's such an amazing day for me, but it's average. It's just good. It's just the way life's supposed to be.
Right.
It's not supposed to be, one fantastic thing after another, because again, it's going to crash. Or one bad thing after another, and it won't motivate you to get out of bed. So it's just the doing these daily new routines became waking up at 7 a.m. I used to wake up at 8, 8:30, 9. I missed, when kids would go to school. Now I'm waking up at 7. Okay, no, that's not enough time in the morning. I really like this thing. Okay, 6:30. Okay, I want another half an hour. 6. Now it's 5. 5 a.m. If you would have told me 8 months ago that I'd enjoy waking up at 5 a.m., because it's now 2-3 hours of me time and washing dishes and making lunches for kids and wife, and man, it's just my time, and I journal and I meditate, and my head is in the right place for the day and the week, and then I go work out and I feel better and I look better and I'm dropping weight and all that momentum, yeah, I get tired at 9:30, 10 o'clock. I go to bed. I go to bed by 10:30. I'm up at 5. Those 6.5 hours of sleep are way better than any 10 hours I ever used to get, right? And it's a deeper sleep, and I snore a lot less, and there's so many ancillary benefits. My sleep heart rate right now used to be 80, now it's 50. My resting heart rate used to be, 95, now it's 65. Like, just to think about the fact that now my heart is beating half of what it was, that I just feel like I have a lot of life left is the point.
Yeah.
Versus I didn't know what I had left, and that scared me.
So let's talk about more about how you got there, because
Sure.
the Zero Doubt Club, we have the philosophy, the 6 pillars of life.
Yes.
And we have a podcast about that you can go listen to and dive deeper into it. But basically, when you work in these 6 pillars, you become whole. You become what Eric has gone through, this transformation. And we're going to talk about them, the mind, body, family, faith, society, and finance. And you kind of dove in right now into the mind, the journaling, the meditation, the mindset work. I kind of want you to also just touch on a little bit of some of these other categories, the pillars.
Sure.
Because, again, it's important to do everything.
Yeah, and again, doing everything or everything kind of happens.
Right. Yeah.
Right? It's a combination of both. And I'm more impressed and shocked at the daily miracles that happen than me necessarily looking for it or happening, if that makes sense. So, for example, mind. It's not necessarily that I'm journaling and meditating. It's the fact that I'm mindful about journaling, about meditating, about being present, about having a clear mind, about when I shouldn't be acting the way I should be, right? Or when I should just stop and chill and take a deep breath. And the fact that I am now mindful in general is amazing to me, and not just trying to fly through life. So that's mind, but we'll talk about some of the other things in mind because it's such a big topic in a minute. Body. Again, we'll talk about body in a little bit more detail, but like when I first started running, I didn't train to run. 2 weeks into running, I'm running 7 miles. Like, even to runners, they're like, what is going on? And it's just the addition of all these little things of mindset, mindfulness, diet, working out, weight training, taking vitamins every day, putting good things in my body, not toxic things, all added up to me not only running 7, but I feel like I can do more. I haven't yet, but I feel like I can do more. I wasn't winded. I didn't have cramps. I didn't have shin splints, which would have all happened within 0.5 miles 8 months ago. And I get it. I was carrying 55 more pounds, but the point is that these benefits that are coming, it's not that I even plan for them. They're like,
they occur naturally, like you said, without having to try too hard or work too hard.
My goal wasn't to lower my resting heart rate. That was an ancillary huge benefit that I'm seeing because I'm wearing an Apple Watch. I'm like, oh my God, my heart rate all the time is in the 60s and 70s.
It's just amazing what we can do to our bodies, both ways, good and bad.
Yeah, and it's only a few months because I started seeing all these benefits, 3-4 months into it. Now 8 is the next level. Man, I can't wait to see what happens a year doing this.
Yeah. Okay,
mind, body, family, man. So
let's talk about that just a little bit.
You asked me on day 1. Who will I be accountable to? And I go, I don't know. And you're like, family? And I'm like, no, they're going to laugh. They're going to think it's a joke. It became a running joke in my house that I joined another gym.
Right, because it's the 20th time.
20th time. It's the 500th time I told them I'm on a diet. It's the 500th time I told them I'm going to start watching what I'm eating and not drink. Or, man.
Yeah.
That was
okay, so where is it now?
Man, they're at. Like, now I'm the healthy one. Like my daughter, I was telling you the other day, is looking at this, big picture of a lot of different types of food, like milkshakes, this, that, and she points to the carrots and she goes, Dad, you would eat that, and not to anything else on that picture. And it was literally, one of 2 out of 20 healthy things that were on
Isn't
that
that
picture.
Amazing to like give that gift to your kids?
Yeah, 6-year-old. My boys, they're so impressed with how I'm running, and I'm like, guys, let's go on a 5-mile run, and just enjoy this 70-degree beautiful day with a breeze, and they're telling me I don't know if I can do it, right? And now I'm the healthy one. Man, it's just, again, little miracles like that. Or my wife the other day just asked me, let's go work out. She asked me. And
I was shocked when you sent that picture.
You were shocked. I was shocked.
Good job, Eric. Good job.
And again, they know where I am every morning
Yeah.
at 6 a.m. They know I'm at the gym. Like, that's family, faith. Faith, wow.
Big topic.
Big
we don't
topic.
have to go that deep right now. We can save it for
Save it for another day. Here's what I would say about faith. I was, and again, I had what I feel is a little bit of a spiritual feeling. A couple days ago, I went to Shabbat services. Unfortunately, it was my mom's 5 years that she passed on the Hebrew calendar. So we were there for the mourners' Kaddish, Jewish tradition, and I'm sitting at synagogue, and I haven't in a while because of COVID and everything else. And I'm sitting there, and I go, "Oh my God, you're such a jerk." Like there were times in my life where I'm like, synagogue doesn't work. Like I'm there for Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah, the big high holidays, and it didn't work for me. I prayed for this and that, and it didn't. Man, I never worked it.
You never worked it.
I never worked it. I never. Again, did all the other ancillary behaviors to make sure that things came right. I did the praying, so it's like going to the gym,
right?
Twice a year and going, why am I not totally fit and whatever else? Of course, you're not going to be spiritually fit, or even once a week. So, and I wouldn't be fit or in a good place if it was just the working out.
So let's talk about that actually, spiritually fit.
I'm still working on it.
I know, but what does that even look like to someone who doesn't even know what that means?
What does spiritually fit mean?
And you said it earlier.
What did I say?
With the highs and lows.
Yeah, so being content, being appreciative, being grateful for the fact that we're alive and on this earth at this point in the universe, that we have friends, family, work, air, trees, a roof over our heads, something really yummy to eat many times. There's so much to be grateful for, right? The Super Bowl champion Cleveland Browns. So there's so much to be grateful for, and so many amazing things. But yeah, if you're working 14 hours a day in a job you hate, and you just are full of negative talk and negative people around you, and doing bad behaviors and so on, when are you ever going to connect to anything spiritually, to yourself, to to the fact that there might be this God that has a plan for you and has whatever else. I'm not saying that that's required to be spiritual. It doesn't. Just connected to the miracles that are around us.
It could be just like that, because the vastness of the universe that you're talking about, and that just for us, the gratitude of us being here to just chill and relax about everything else.
Right.
Where we do bring everything that happens and we judge it if it's good or bad, and then we have this negative mindset and we go into these loops. Like, that's not fit.
Let me tell you about a loop that has always bothered me. So I read this Buddhist book a long time ago. I want to say 15 years ago, 18. And my oldest was probably 3 years old at the time. And in this Buddhist book, I think it was chapter 1, and man, what I would do to reread that chapter if I find it. But it said something to the point where one little article said, when your child speaks to you, like, just pause for a second and appreciate the miracle that's standing in front of you. Like, what had to happen in this universe for this little mini you, human being, is standing in front of you that wants something, water or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember, like, getting really emotional and, like, so into the next 20 times he approached me. But then what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Life happens, work happens, cell phone calls, watching TV, da-da-da-da. You forget. And so on. So what is spirituality? It is connection to the things in your life,
like you said,
to the present,
to the presents. Our kids. There's a reason why they're called presents. They're presents to us. They keep us centered, present in the act.
Definitely
100%.
Gifts. So that's mind, body, family, faith, society. So let's talk about society really quickly. I can't tell you how many texts, emails, in person are just like, man, this is so inspiring, and thank you so much. And I started going to the gym, or I started eating right, and hey, I have a question about this, and how do I lose 20 pounds? And how'd you do it? And da-da-da, and I'm listening to every word of your podcast, and I'm almost ready, and da-da. Man, it doesn't stop. And I didn't do that for this. I didn't do that.
You didn't do it for the business. It just came.
It all comes
from everything else. Yes.
I still pinch myself. How did I go from the unfit, obnoxious guy to this
helping others,
healthy, fit, inspiring person versus the uninspiring, like,
good job,
don't act like that type guy.
Good job.
So society gets a checkbox. Finance, man, you and I are about
we're just getting started.
Crush the industry, help 1 million people, really, really punch the industry in the face to say, hey, it's not cool to not focus on people's results. It's not cool to charge somebody $20 a month and hope that 90% of the people don't show up to your gym. It's not cool to not. Anyway, so finance, again, have I been in better financial positions in my life? Of course. But
are you happy or not?
I'm happy. I'm so focused on what needs to be done. I'm so... and I'm letting it happen, which I've never done. I forced everything in my life. Business-wise, career-wise, sales-wise, just patience and letting things happen, and allowing the right things to happen, and educating myself in the meantime, and really reflecting on, well, what if I did push that contract through, or what if I did push that decision through, and so many amazing things that are evolving before we even open the doors. I can't even wait to see what happens after. So again, checkbox on all 6 pillars. Did I plan for each individual one? No, but they
happen, right?
They're all happening daily, daily, and the momentum is crazy. Like the momentum train of how all this is happening to me in my life. And again, I know it's fast. I know it's 6 months to 8 months. It's like, I don't even believe it. Like, it's authentic. It's authentic to myself. I know I've, taken care of what I need to take care of for me. And whether or not, somebody believes it or thinks it's...
Okay, well, let's talk
saying.
about belief, because the belief is in the, in the pudding, and in front of me is a guy that's how many pounds lighter?
50 plus. So 252 down to 198. So 54 pounds.
54 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. And what else has changed?
I
I know, but I'm talking
just
about
said it.
like as far as, specific results.
Specific?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we talked about a lot of the health, right? So the weight loss, the feeling better, the being able to run, play basketball without losing breath, play tennis, all these things. My routines we talked about, journaling, etc. My diet is so different. So again, going from eating things that come in a bag or a box to not, right? The organic, whole foods, fruits, vegetables, salads, organic chicken, organic everything, and 2-3 meals a day, not 5-6 and snack all day. That's changed in my life. I'm doing a lot of intermittent fasting, and that's helping with weight loss and just making me feel better. There's so many benefits. I mean, if you Google benefits of intermittent fasting, you'll get like 50. But I mean, physiologically and mentally, and weight loss and the toxins go away from your body. But I've put 40 hours together. I've put many 24 hours together. And you just feel great. And the more you do them, the more easier they become, which is really important. And again, everything's evolved, right? The diet's evolved, the drinking. You asked me day one. You're like, stop, don't drink. Well, we ask all our clients. We tell them what's wrong with drinking. Drinking is bad. Again, if you Google it.
Well, I mean, look, I've been working out since 19 years old, and I stopped drinking March 6, 2020. So I was drinking for 20 some years, still staying physically fit,
Right.
but it affected me in a negative way. And then when I stopped drinking, this happened. This, like everything, my transformation happened. And I know this is about you, but I'm just saying that it is big.
Well, the more I looked into it, and the more that you and I worked together, I mean, almost from day one, you're like, Eric, you gotta stop. You really want to transform. You really want all these things to happen. You need to stop drinking. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I've never stopped drinking. I just enjoy it. I love a nice craft beer. I love a nice bourbon. I'm never going to totally quit drinking. Like, that's crazy. Why would I even do that? And I got to the point where this past, November, December, January, I remember New Year's, I didn't drink. I think I had the champagne toast. But there were many, I cut it down. But
you cut it down big time, right?
But it was still such a problem. And you and I would work out 4 or 5 days that week. And I would watch what I ate, whatever else, and then a football game or whatever else. And I had 2 or 3 light beers.
Weight back up.
No such thing, or a bourbon or 2 or whatever else. And that's it. It just canceled the whole week.
You'd be like, man, Jeremy, I gained 3 pounds.
But it was even worse than that. So again, what alcohol does, and again, we all know this. This is like again, Google it. The
depression, anxiety, insomnia,
stroke,
negative thoughts.
How about stroke, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, what's it called? Muscle cramps, muscle atrophy. It kills your muscles.
Puking after a 20-minute workout with Jeremy in the morning.
Hurts your immune system. What did we learn in the last year of COVID?
Yeah.
Who lived? Or the people with the strongest immune systems. For women, it's decreased fertility, it's nerve damage, it's headaches, it's medication complications, it's increase in blood pressure. Man, it's so bad for you, and I've always known it. And I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop, and I didn't. And then I go, okay, I'm gonna stop, and I didn't. And it became this mind obsession, right? Am I gonna drink? Am I not gonna drink? Am I gonna have one, or am I gonna have two? Am I gonna have whatever? Man, and that was worse than drinking. Just obsessing over.
Versus the opposite, which is what we talked about with the meditation, journaling. Now it's totally different.
Well, yeah, now my mind is completely obsessed with healthy
Right.
living and being a good person.
You have that available space.
And not drinking. That available space is a lot
Huge,
of space.
Right?
It's a lot of space.
It could be potentially like 8 hours of space.
Unfortunately, it took up a lot of space for me. So I, 3 months ago, exact, I'm literally on day 89 or 90.
Nice, man.
I completely cut it out, and I really took it seriously. I took it seriously to the point where I realized that alcohol didn't just increase my chance of stroke and heart attack and diabetes. It didn't make me a good person. Definitely didn't help with transformations. And again, I cut it down. It wasn't.
Yeah, you still lost some weight, and you were
still lost some weight. I remember on vacation, six days I didn't touch it, and walked 120 or 130,000 steps. Last 2 days, kind of just by the pool, got a pizza, got some. I was just so. Again, it was a way of like celebration because I was so mind obsessed about it over the week that it came crashing down, that I drank way too much, I ate way too much, and canceled the whole week of vacation.
Right. Yep.
For nothing. Nothing. It didn't make me feel better. It didn't anything. So putting in the work now of mind, body, soul transformation, that alcohol just became such an amazing step towards completing this journey, if that makes sense. Not that we're ever complete.
Was for the soul, the final connection for the soul?
For the soul, for sure. For the body, too. I don't think I'd ever get off that 200 hurdle, 200 to 210. Or actually, I never even broke 210 with continuing to drink. So 90 days ago, I was still 212, 215. So not only did I break 210, I broke 205, I broke 200. Now seeing 100s on the scale is such a miracle to me and so amazing. But more so, I'm not mind obsessed. I don't have to worry about, am I going to have one drink on Friday or 4? I'm going to have 0, and I'm going to feel amazing, and I'm going to wake up at 5 in the morning. There's not one drink in the world you can offer me a Louis XIII $500 shot right now, and I'm not going to do it because I want to get up at 5 in the morning tomorrow. Nothing's going to break this amazing feeling and routine of my life. Nothing. Like 0 alcohol, 0 pizza. Like, yeah, I'll have a couple bites for sure just to get that pizza, whatever else. Alcohol I can't, because one is going to lead to more, and I'm staying away. And I don't want to mind obsess over it. So that's a big deal for me. Pizza I don't mind obsess, so I can have a couple bites. Alcohol in my life. I mean, in my life, I just
one's a lot worse for you. It's as simple as that. You're allergic to one. The other one, you just once in a while is okay. And,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
And people have these different things that they just can't do. Right.
And that's true. That's true. So somebody else might not be able to have a pizza, but they can have a drink.
Exactly.
So for me, I never connected the word allergy to alcohol. And somebody explained it to me really, really well. He goes, an allergy does not necessarily mean hives or that you can't breathe. An allergy means your body reacts abnormally to something than others. No big deal. It's just you're allergic to it. For me, alcohol definitely led to more alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely led to bad behaviors. Definitely led to not the person that I am right now and that I want to be and that I want to continue to strive for. So I got to cut it out. That's it. It's that simple. And part of that is not just mentally a good person and help people and whatever else. It's also physically, I want to be perfectly fit, right? I want to be like Jeremy Turchinsky and have 6 or 8% body fat and be this perfect chiseled body. You'll never have that. Drinking a bottle of wine here and there.
But even so, it's not even so much for the body; it's for the mind. You'll never have.
It's more so for the mind.
It's more so for the mind,
but also
because
the body.
I had that, and I was drinking, and my mind was still messed up. So it just proves that it really is in the mind.
That's true.
Yeah.
So,
but Eric, man, that is amazing, because I mean that was in your mind impossible to do was quit drinking. So being able to go from impossible to like we did, which is crawl, walk, and now you're running, literally, anyone can do that. You can start.
And that's the thing.
And fail, and it's okay to fail. And I want people to hear this, because how many times in the first 100 days did you fail?
99.
Okay.
Little failures here and there.
And you knew you failed. We looked in each other's eyes, and we said, Eric, it's okay. You failed, but look, you're still in it.
I can't eat peanut butter because I just know I'm going to stand on the scale tomorrow, two extra pounds, and I know I'm going to want more. I just love it. And it's not healthy for me, so I'm just not. I'm going to stay away from peanut butter. You don't learn these things unless you do it and fail.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Somebody else might react differently to alcohol, although there's so many negative things to it. Whether you want to have 5 or not, there's still so many negative attributes to it. The quicker you stop, the better. But the point is that there was zero chance that I would have gone through this transformation, Jeremy, if you would have said, okay, day 1, no alcohol, journal every day, meditate every day and love it, in the gym every day, read these 400 pages of your physiology and read this 3 keto books. No, it all evolved over 8 months. It all snowballed into more and more and more and more momentum that has driven all these positive behaviors and changes in my life that would have never happened in one day. It just doesn't happen.
Right.
So that's the point of having a guy like you that has the empathy, because you could have been like, dude, we said you're not going to drink.
Yeah. Dude, this is the 99th time you failed. All right. Enough is enough. No, so I went to 100.
No. Yeah. So at some point you had faith in me, and well, you did from the beginning, thank God. But you had faith in me that I was going to get there, and I got there. And that's what's failed in the past. No one had that empathy, patience, faith, and really it is knowledge, because you've gone through it, and you've now seen many go through it. Is this crawl, walk, run? No one's saying go run tomorrow, go run 7 miles tomorrow. That's insanity. But yet a lot of gyms and videos do that. Here's P90X. I don't care if you're 100 pounds more. This is what you do for the next 6-7 days.
Well, like we always talk about, it's 10% working out.
The working out is just 10%. I'm just saying, like, high intensity, that's not the solution. The solution is, what little things can we do every day that turn into bigger and bigger and bigger things that make you happier, that make you, man, I pinch myself. I still don't get how it all added up to where I'm at right now. And I know I still feel like I'm just at the beginning.
Yeah.
If somebody told me that they did anything for 8 months, I'd be like, great, you still have your lifetime to do. So,
yeah, but you're at your best right now, and right now is all that matters.
Right now is all that matters. And again, thus our name, Zero Doubt, just full of doubts in life, in how I'm going to die, in how I'm going to act, what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to drink, to now just being confident and content,
Just going with the
and
flow.
grateful and going with the flow, and just being happy. Without the extremes. That's what my life was about. Was it extremes?
I think zero doubt is just peace. That's really what it means. Just having peace.
Right. It is. It is. It is. Because those that are ultra confident are at peace, right? It's the I guess gladiator mentality when you know you're just connecting on all cylinders, and you've had the life where you weren't. It's just like, man, it doesn't get any better than this. How could it possibly get better than this? And but anyway, it can get better. It will get better, and I'm excited for that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, what else should
Awesome,
we talk
man.
about that we didn't? Man, there's so much. A lot of these are separate topics, though. But the saying regarding soul. So yeah, so synagogue was a big deal for me this past Saturday, and I'm definitely going to go more often and start connecting with soul, spirituality, religion, because I don't think I ever gave it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I never gave it a chance. Again, I binged, prayed for a day or two, and was like, oh, there's no results. Well, man, now I again, zero doubt that it's just going to be different. It's just going to be different, and I will go, and I will connect, and I will feel great, because walking out of synagogue, I feel like I just walked out of the gym. I feel amazing.
Mind exercises,
and I feel connected. And man, let's
That's great.
let's end.
Let's end. And
This is a good
seriously,
update.
man, congratulations.
The next one I'm going to do is in a year. So that's November 17th of
Okay.
2021. We'll
Yeah.
do 1 year. Hopefully it'll be from our facility, and we'll put up finally a shirtless ab
Yes.
picture.
Everyone
And
wants to see that. Everyone.
let's leave on this quote that we just saw the other day, because we liked it so much.
Go ahead. It's your show.
It's my show. So the ego says that once everything falls into place, I'll find peace. Right? My job's gonna go right. I'm gonna get healthy. I'm gonna, and then everything's gonna go great. The spirit says find peace, and then everything will fall into place. And that's where journaling and vision creates reality, and meditation goes hand in hand with the working out, with the eating right, with these little daily miracles that all add up to this crazy momentum of a happy life. And so again, forever I'm grateful for
Awesome
you, Jeremy.
quote.
Thank you for coming into my life at the right
You're welcome,
time.
man. Thanks for being an inspiration and a wonderful testimonial for many people to listen and follow. So if anyone has any questions or wants to reach out and work with Eric and I in any area of life and just want to maybe break some bad habits, reach out. We are here.
Exactly.
All right, everyone. See ya.